Hello and welcome back in my reading corner. Thank you so much for joining me again to check out my December TBR. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Cece and I do mostly bookish subscription box unboxings, but sometimes I just do other bookish stuff as well, like sharing my insane TBRs. This might be my most insane TBR yet, but I'm also hoping that this is going to my most insane reading month yet. I have a total of 26 books that I want to read in December, and these up here are actually mangas, but they are representing the digital books just to see the sheer volume of books that I want to read. It's crazy. Okay, it's crazy, but I have most of December off work and I am planning on dedicating this month to reading. So I have actually high hopes that I'm going to be able to get a lot done. I have this list. I'm going to just name all the books today that I am reading. I actually want to take part in 3 or 4 readathons as well. I know it's the 12 Days of Christmas, the Books of Years Past, and then Christmas is at Hogwarts, and there was one more. But I will most likely do TBRs for all of these, explaining the books in a little bit more detail. I'm just going to go through the names because otherwise we're going to be sitting here tomorrow still to go through what I want to read. So I'm just going to name the books and why I want to plan on reading them. I want to create a little challenge out of this, a little fun thing. The total pages that I'm planning to read are 10,298. So post down in the comments below, what do you think? How many pages am I going to actually read? Or how many books do you think I'm actually going to read out of this? And the person who's closest to it gets to pick one of the books that I have read and I will send it to them. So yeah, take part in this little thing and take a guess how much I'm actually going to be able to read, and then come January I will see who was closest and they get to pick from my list of books that I have actually read in December. Alright, let's get through it real quick. I'm not going to be reading the Booksplosion Book of the Month, Skyward, because I have already read it, but I totally recommend it. I loved this book and it's probably going to be my favorite of this year. The next 3 books I want to, or 4 books that I want to read, have been from this format that I have done this year. It's Booktubers Recommend, and I had a couple of booktubers who recommended these books, and these 4 were the books that I haven't been able to get to yet, and that is Looking for Alaska by John Green, The Name of the Wind by Patrick Rothfuss, City of Brass by S.H. Chakraborty, and The Book of Dust, or La Belle Sauvage, by Philip Pullman. So these 4 books, I'm going to stack them in a way. Why do I have my lipsticks here? You are in the way. So these have been recommended to me by booktubers and I want to read them because of that. There's some recommendations behind it, and I believe I have put them in 1 or 2 readathons, and I will talk more about it in these announcements. The next book that I want to read is In Another Time by Caroline Leach. This was in my last Once Upon a Book Club box, so there's stickers in here and there's still gifts waiting for me to open. Once Upon a Book Club box puts stickers in the book and makes the book come to life because the gifts correlate to what's written in the book, and I really want to finish that in December so I can open my gifts. Then I want to take part in the Once Upon a Read-Along. You can find them on Twitter. I'll see if I can link them down below. And we're reading What If It's Us? So that's why I'm reading that. Then I want to read Wake of Vultures, which is the quarterly book club hosted by some people around G from Book Roast. Sorry that I'm just totally blanking on the other people's names. I'm sorry, but I have to get through a lot of books. The next are the digital ones because most of them are arcs from that galley that I have to finish up. And that is Der Spiegelwächter. It's a German one. Then I have Select because the sequel, Select Few, I have as an e-arc. Then I want to read Hot Mess, the Confectioner's Guild, Prophezeiung des magischen Steins, another German one. And then I desperately need to read Caramel, which I wanted to read anyways. And then Legendary I have as an e-arc. And then I want to read The Queen's Wing, and that brings us down to this amount. Right. So the next few are because of some rules I set for myself, how to tackle my TBR, because it's over 200 books, and how to like reduce my Goodreads list, etc. And the first one is another digital one. I'm going to listen to that on audiobook, and that is a non-fiction one. I think I picked it because it's the oldest on my wish list, and that is Who Moved My Cheese. It's a short one. I should definitely get to it, and it is about change in like business, so it's a non-fiction one. Then I want to read the oldest on my TBR, The Giver. And then from my physical TBR that I own, I want to read the one with the lowest rating, and that is The Best of Adam Sharp. So I'm like, the lowest rating, read it or give it up. So if I'm not going to finish that this month, this is leaving my house. And then I have a few that I have picked for. The next one I've picked for a readathon, and that is The Cheerleaders by Kara Thomas. And I believe 2 more to start a new series, because I want to start a new series. I want to read the Tortel universe from Tamora Pierce, and I'm going to be starting with Alana this month. And I desperately want to read Rule by Alan Goodlett. I have actually 3 copies of it. I'm probably going to give one away in December, and I just need to read this as soon as possible. And the last 4 books I want to read because I need to continue with series, or I have to finish up series, and one is going to be an audiobook, Beneath the Sugar Sky. I loved the 2 first ones by Sean McGuire, and I want to continue that series, also a short book. And then I'm going to listen to Thunderhead by Neil Schusterman. I loved Scythe, and I just want to know what is going to happen next. And that's going to be like my long audiobook that I can listen to while I go on walks, and just not sit on my ass all of December to read all of that. And then I have 2 more books that I desperately need to get to, because I need to finish up these series this year, because oh my god, probably my favorite series of the year that are ending, and that is Bright We Burn by Kirsten White. I loved the other 2, and I don't know why I haven't read it yet. I just have so many other things to read, but yeah, I need to finish this. And then last but not least, I have another small book that I need to get to. So yeah, I'm actually planning on spreading this book throughout all of December. I am going to petition it and have me read a little bit every single day to just enjoy it all of December. So these are the 10,298 pages that I want to read in December. Now go into the comments, let me know what you think. How many pages am I going to read? Actually going to read, how many books am I going to actually finish? And yeah, the two people who get closest, the one with the books and the one with the pages, will get to pick a book that I have finished, and I'm going to give it to you. So good luck to you on that one, and good luck to me with this TBR. And if you want to know more about these books, be sure to check out my TBRs for the readathons that I'm going to be posting probably a few days before the readathons start. So until then, bye!